since its inception, but this is what she was made for. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Nashville. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Now leading them out, a motivated rookie out of Kentucky. Fell to the early portion of the second round of the draft. It's Will Levis.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete, so they tried to hit him with something you don't see too often. But it doesn't work out.
Oh, that was taking a big risk there. They faked the spike, hoping to catch the defense napping, and they weren't. In the end, this does wind up stopping the clock, but now you're looking at a 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's...
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Allen gonna throw. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And that is incomplete. Here's Ty Zentner now. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. here's Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. Gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Allen now looks to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. They're at 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Allen. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right, because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate blocking.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Levis now on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Levis. A shot downfield for Burks.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
One final shot before the half. Here's Levis.
Going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separate.
Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. But the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The jumbo set out there, 3rd and inches. Levis will sneak it.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Levis will sneak it.
And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Titans have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Levis will try to throw for the 2.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Yeah, here come the Bills.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they had so far, the field goal.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Henry running right. And some strong running. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They run wide side with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Titans will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
That's caught. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Allen to throw it.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Allen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
All right, go get them now. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he is brought down at the 22 after 2, and it brings up second down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And even 100 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runner. Taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. This is 1st and 10. Now Allen.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of...
For plays like this, because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover,
and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Allen.
That's to Cook out of the backfield.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing, Allen.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So a crucial two-point conversion there, but that's just part one of this two-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the two, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a two-part story. It's a three- or four-part story.
So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about in which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.